Picture this: behind the glass cases of luxury stores, sleek displays of high-end cosmetics and clothing lie carefully arranged. All looks perfectly in place, and shoppers browse, unaware that someone has turned these stores into their personal cash machine. This wasn't just petty theft, it was a highly orchestrated operation, masterminded by one woman whose name most of us had never heard. Michelle Mack managed to create a retail crime ring so effective, so widespread, that it brought in a jaw-dropping $8 million. For years, Michelle remained a mystery, hidden behind layers of organized theft and unsuspecting front operations. But all it took was one mistake, one slip, to tear down this empire of stolen luxury. Let's go inside the story of the downfall of Michelle Mack and her $8 million empire of theft and deception. Welcome back to Reality Recital. Michelle Mack wasn't a household name, but in certain circles, she was well known and well feared. Her empire wasn't built with high-profile heists or flashy robberies. It was built on methodical planning, the strategic recruitment of boosters, essentially her foot soldiers in the operation. And while her name wasn't on any storefront, her influence was all over. Her ring targeted retailers with almost surgical precision, slipping items worth hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars, right off the shelves and into her control. Michelle didn't just rely on chance or opportunity. No, her system was organized like a business, right down to the details. She handed her boosters lists of items to take, specific high-end cosmetics, perfume brands, luxury clothing, and accessories. Why these items? Because they were the easiest to resell at high prices with low traceability. The boosters would walk into department stores, shopping like regular customers, only to fill bags with these exact items and leave without paying a dime. Her network was big, stretching across multiple cities and states, each person assigned specific targets and routes. This was no smash and grab, it was a well-oiled machine. At the center of this web sat Michelle Mack herself, a woman who was meticulous, resourceful, and extremely hard to track. While her boosters handled the dirty work, Michelle had mastered the art of distribution, using online marketplaces like eBay, Craigslist, and even Amazon. She knew how to turn high-value goods into cash quickly. Customers buying from her pages thought they were getting genuine, discounted products, completely unaware that they were fueling a multi-million-dollar retail crime ring. What's wild is how she almost pulled it off seamlessly. Each booster's job was carefully planned, each theft mapped out to avoid suspicion. And because she sold items online, she had access to a global customer base, moving stolen goods fast, and with minimal chance of being caught. Her empire ran like clockwork for years, with almost no evidence linking her directly to the thefts. She was like a ghost in the system, a mastermind hiding in plain sight. But nothing stays hidden forever. As Michelle's operation grew and her profits soared, retail stores began noticing the unusual pattern of high-value items disappearing on a near-constant basis. These weren't random thefts, they were targeting very specific items repeatedly. And this caught the attention of law enforcement. In 2019, retailers started reporting millions of dollars in losses. Authorities took note, and eventually, Michelle's ring became the focus of a federal investigation. Undercover agents began studying her patterns, tracking purchases on online marketplaces, and piecing together surveillance footage. Slowly, a profile began to emerge, pointing directly to Michelle Mack. The investigation gained momentum, and each clue added a new piece to the puzzle. Her empire, so carefully built, was starting to show cracks. Law enforcement dubbed her the queenpin of retail theft, a title she would soon come to regret. By 2022, Michelle's time was up. After years of investigation, law enforcement launched a coordinated operation to bring down her entire network. It was one of the largest busts in retail crime history. When police raided her properties, they found mountains of evidence, boxes upon boxes of stolen goods, financial records linking her to black market sales, and digital footprints on online marketplaces. Her whole operation was laid bare. Michelle Mack and key members of her ring were arrested, caught red-handed in the center of their own empire. For years, she'd outsmarted everyone, hiding behind layers of accomplices and stolen merchandise. But with the police and detectives now holding solid evidence, there was no way out. All her careful planning, all those millions she made, they were gone in an instant. She had turned ordinary retailers into her own personal gold mines, but now she was facing the full consequences of her actions. In the courtroom, Michelle's story was revealed in full. She wasn't just a thief, she was the orchestrator of a multi-state operation that cost retailers millions. Her trial was eye-opening, a deep dive into the world of organized retail crime that most people never imagined existed. Prosecutors laid out the structure of her empire, showing how she ran it as methodically as any legitimate business. The jury saw how her network operated with military-like precision, stealing and distributing goods with near impunity. But Michelle's methods weren't enough to save her. The evidence was overwhelming, and in the end, she was convicted on multiple counts: retail theft, money laundering, organized crime, and more. The conviction sent a message to the retail world that these crimes aren't just petty theft, they're serious, organized, and costly offenses. Michelle's empire, once the source of her wealth, was now the source of her ruin. And just like that, the empire Michelle Mack had built from stolen goods came crashing down. A woman who had managed to stay invisible for years was now exposed, left with nothing but a prison sentence. But her story isn't just about theft, it's a tale of ambition taken too far, of shortcuts that come with devastating consequences. So, what do you think? Could Michelle Mack have built a legitimate fortune if she'd put her skills to better use? Or was she always destined to go down this path? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more in-depth stories from Reality Recital that dive deep into the dark and untold truths.